11 Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the Simulation Football League.
It is time for the Week 6 Fan Night Game of the Week. Welcome everybody to the Greenwood District Stadium in Tulsa, Oklahoma. You are watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on the 11 Sports Network. Good evening, everyone. I am Mike Daggs, your play-by-play commentator tonight. Alongside me in the booth is the Hall of Famer, the Bronze Bomber, the quarterback of the Mexico City Aztecs, Matt Wilson. In the production truck is Commissioner Cameron Irvine. Matt, how are you doing tonight, sir?
Great, Mike. Let's do this.
Two teams whose starts to their season have not gone quite according to plan. Tulsa found their first victory last week against St. Louis, but Carolina is still searching for theirs. These teams have struggled to get the offense going, but both have good defenses. They're both in the top of the league, believe it or not, in both rushing and passing yards allowed. But one stat that stood out to me, Matt, turnover differential. Tulsa is second worst in the league with -6. Carolina is tied for third worst at -4. It seems to me like the winner of this one's going to be whichever team can protect that ball. But, Matt, what are you expecting to see tonight?
Well, being a quarterback myself, I tend to look at the offense. Would you believe Tulsa is actually averaging more passing yards than the 4-1 Denver Nightwings? It's true. However, they only have one rushing touchdown. That might need to change. Carolina's offense, though, is struggling. Second worst in points per game. But the Skyhawks can't worry about that turnover differential you mentioned earlier. They would probably be better off airing it out and trying to test the Desperados' defense. Will Tulsa win 2 in a row? Or will the O finally go for Carolina, Mike? There's only one way to find out, and that's on the field.
On the field. I didn't know if you were waiting for me to say it or that's your line. My goodness. All right, Matt, let's head down to the field. We'll get this one started tonight. Looks like Tulsa has the ball teed up. They are ready to go, and the kick is underway here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Harish Prasad will return the ball for the Carolina Skyhawks offense out to the 27-yard line, and rookie quarterback, the number 4 pick in the draft, Sully Richardson, will make his way out onto the field, leading this Skyhawk offense. Other key players are halfback Randy Mercury, fullback Tony Zoma, wide receivers Dupree Hudson, and who you just saw return that kick, Harish Prasad, back to full health, Matt.
Good to hear. Got some of that good juice.
First play of the night will be a handoff to Mercury. Runs it straight up the middle for a nice gain of 7. And we will take a look at the key players here on the Desperado defense. Matt, defensive end, number 95, Ghibli Dew, his third season in the league, leading the league in sacks with 9. So one-man defense right there. Inside linebacker, Espen Rael. Corners are Nate Heslep and Dante West. Safeties are Kanye Rockefeller and Charles Ball. Second down and 3. Pass to the right is incomplete. Bounces out of the hands of the receivers. And that one will bring up a third down.
When you're 0-4, those are the kind of players to look at and say, yeah, that could be why they're struggling a bit.
Yeah, absolutely. And, as we mentioned, these teams not really off to the start that they were both hoping for. But, Matt, they have a huge, huge following. Both of these teams do, and great support from the people in the league. On third down, short pass is picked off, and that is not how the Skyhawks wanted to get this one going. Dante West with the pick.
When I said test the defense, they did, and, didn't go so well. But, it's still early. You got to try to make plays when you can, and can't be too conservative. That pass was just a little late on the timing.
Well, and if you're going to make a mistake, you may as well make it early on in the first quarter. Gives you plenty of time to rebound, and just like that, Ashley Jackson will lead her offense out onto the field. Great starting field position for the Desperados tonight. Jackson under center will hand the ball off to Sanzo Robinson, running off tackle to the left, and he's off to the races, getting inside the red zone all the way up to the 17-yard line. And what a start for the Desperados.
Yeah, great start. Big play off a turnover. Usually you want to maybe throw a big pass off a turnover, but, hand it off to Robinson here. That's just beautiful blocking. Robinson just follows it all the way down and almost scores.
Matt, a man after my own heart. There's a turnover, throw a deep pass. I love it. But
yeah, I know. I know you all too well. Don't hire him as an OC.
Here we go. Here we go, Matt. Here comes the deep pass that you were asking for. Jackson in the gun. 5 wide. Quick pass over the middle, and that one swatted away. Dangerous pass. Swatted down by DJ Majesty. And as you can see, there's a chat on the screen. What's that all about? Well, if you want to join in with our live chat that's going on during the Fan Night Game of the Week and all games that are broadcast on the 11 Sports Network, head over to the 11 Sports Network Twitch page at twitch.tv/11sportsnext, and you too can join in on that live chat. Jackson in the gun on second down. Takes the snap, steps up into the pocket, pressure coming, and down she goes. Gets the ball off, but Phil Hall providing the pressure on the play. Let's take a look at the key players here on the Skyhawk defense. Joining defensive lineman Phil Hall, Matt, is also defensive tackle Christopher Cologne, 6'5", 300 pounds, 4 seasons in the league, all of which have been with the Skyhawks. Inside linebacker DJ Majesty, we saw a moment ago. Outside linebacker, brother of Harish Prasad, it's Shervan Prasad. Corner is Zane Doty. Safeties are Rachel Colston and Tristan Hatley. On third down, and a sack. Brought down on the play by the aforementioned Christopher Cologne with his 4th sack on the season.
And talking some smack, yeah. I think they should have ran Sanso again, maybe one of those times, Mike. They got a little pass happy, and it just burned them. Carolina does have a great pass rush up the middle with the combination of Hall and Cologne.
Andrew Wheeler on the field for a 40-yard field goal try, this one from the left hash. Kick is up, and it is good. Tulsa on the board first here in Oklahoma.
Close one. I thought it might have been bending a little bit to the right. I guess I'm not going to get a great view of that, but it doesn't matter how close it is to the middle as long as it's good.
As long as it goes through those posts. Through and over.
Yeah, no, right through the middle. I was wrong.
Oh, that was straight down the middle and plenty of room to spare. Great kick by Wheeler, and Wheeler now getting the ball teed up. Skyhawks will get another chance at it.
And if you're Carolina, you just got to say, well, we only let up 3 points. Let's just keep going, keep taking chances, and don't get conservative.
Prasad brings that one out to the 28-yard line. And Matt, Harish Prasad's actually number 4 in the league in kick return average yards with 24.9. Doesn't have any touchdowns on the season from a kick return standpoint. But, yeah, he's getting impressive yardage on these kick returns. And yeah, he's due. He is absolutely due for a score, and that'll be something we want to keep an eye on as this game progresses. Richardson hands the ball off to Mercury, met right at the line, brought down by Espen Rael. No gain on the play, second down.
Yeah, not great blocking, and Mercury didn't do much to get any extra yards once he hit the line there. Sometimes you want to see your back make a little bit of a move, try to beat the first guy at least, but there was nowhere to go.
And on second down, Mercury will spend some time on the pine as Richardson's alone in the backfield. Pressure coming. Great block by the left tackle. Pass is complete over the middle for a first down up to the 46-yard line.
Well, good to see it wasn't a drop. And Richardson finally got his first completed pass, steps up a little bit in the pocket, right down the middle, and Carolina is on the move.
Pass was hauled in by Bob Klein, one of the many Kleins on this Skyhawk roster. Skyhawks lost last week 23-13 to Charleston, looking to rebound from that one and finally get that off of their record. Another first down as that short pass over the middle is complete. And Matt, back-to-back plays with first downs.
Carolina has an interesting configuration where their highly paid athletes are 2 receivers, and you'd think a tight end or another receiver, but no, it's a fullback.
Yeah, fullback Tony Zoma, and he really hasn't been used really much at all this season in the offense other than a blocker.
Oh, there you go.
Gets that pass right there. That one is complete, but no gain on the play. Actually, they'll spot him a yard, bring up second down and 9. But, you know, Matt, as a ball carrier, Tony Zoma's only had 2 carries for 3 yards in
I think
5 games.
that's a mistake. You got to use the Alaska game plan from last season.
Yeah.
With Jason
Get that
Williams,
1-2
run him
punch.
up the middle.
Right. And, when I saw them sign Tony Zoma, I thought that was kind of the game plan. But handoff there to Mercury, and he is tackled for a loss in the backfield. There he is, Matt Ghibli-Dew. I mentioned him earlier. 16 tackles, 9 sacks on the season, number 1 in the league. He's got 15 tackles for a loss. That is also number 1 in the league. Make that 16 tackles for a loss with that one there. So you can see on your screen the league leaders in sacks. Ghibli-Dew sitting proudly at the top and has a little bit of a gain on everybody else. Richardson throws on 3rd and 13. That one's tipped and nearly intercepted. Bring up a 4th down and 13. The drive stalls out, and the Skyhawks will have to punt.
There's Carolina's season again in a nutshell. They had some momentum going, and then the running game just going nowhere.
Yeah.
And you're getting these formations where you're not using your fullback as an option, so now you've just got a quarterback, a halfback, and 2 wide receivers. Not exactly a scary proposition for a stacked Tulsa defense.
Right, and that was what we had mentioned about earlier with the team having some difficulty getting the offense going. That punt goes into the end zone for a touchback. We will be back after a brief break. Tulsa 3, Carolina nothing. Stay with us. And back here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, their own 20. Ball is run up the middle for a gain of 5. Will bring up a 2nd down and 5. And Matt, we had talked about how Carolina's offense has struggled to start the season, and it has been primarily an issue of just not being able to score enough points. They haven't scored more than 20 points in a game yet in season 13, and they lost 4 of their 5 games by double digits. And that's something that they're definitely looking to correct here. Defense swarming the running back and bringing him down in the backfield. That's how you get it done.
And DJ Majesty there, one of the best linebackers we have in the league. Been around a long time, and probably the captain of this defense, I would say.
Well, he is leading the defense in tackles with 37. Also has a pair of sacks on the season. Not too bad for an inside linebacker.
He's picked the ball off once or twice in his day, too. He does a lot of things for a linebacker.
Jackson in the gun. 4 wide receivers on 3rd down and 7. Out route to the top of the screen, and that one is ruled incomplete. Called in by Mike Osai, but the ball headed out of bounds.
Well, there you go. Another win for the Carolina defense. The offense has to do something because the defense so far, looked pretty good. Special teams not great, offense not great, but defense pretty good, as you said.
Cortland Weaver punting for the Desperados. Prasad standing back at his own 37-yard line, brings it up to the 41.
Sidestep there.
Sully Richardson leading the offense back out onto the field to try and get things going. And Matt, I kind of wonder if they underused Randy Mercury during their last game against the Charleston Predators. Mercury averaged 5.3 yards per carry, and his longest carry was only 20 yards. So the average wasn't, skewed by a long run, but they only gave him the ball 12 times on the ground. 12 carries for 63 yards, averaging over 5 a carry. Richardson stepping up into the pocket, finding his check down over the middle. That one is complete for a gain of 7. Will bring up a 2nd down and 3.
I'm pretty harsh on teams, and when you build a team with a halfback and a fullback, and you pay them both big bucks, My theory is you want to run the ball 60% of the time
Right.
and use both
Right.
guys to keep them fresh.
Here we have a run on second down and 3. No gain as Mercury spins his way right into the defensive line. Actually, it's linebacker Kyron Hill. Bring up a third down and 3. And Matt, that pass to run ratio was greatly skewed. I mentioned Mercury carried the ball for 12 carries. Sully Richardson, the quarterback, threw it 43 times.
Let's see if they decide to run up the middle or screen. Oh,
they run up the middle. Plenty of space.
Go.
Nice blocking out in front. It looked like Zoma had a nice block there. Gave Mercury some space to rumble all the way down to the 41-yard line and a Carolina first down.
I'm keeping an eye on Zoma on these running situations to see how he's panning out. Look at him leading the way, plenty of speed. It's just what you want to see with your halfback, to get that blocker out of the way and let him get an additional 2, 3, 4 yards. And now he's out.
Needed a breather after running that far. 3 wide for the Skyhawks. Richardson to throw. Checking it down to Mercury. Gains 4 along the right-hand side.
Pretty good play.
Played by Charles Ball. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Eddie Gage, the Brown Knight. See Swole 2011, Pure 2K12, Ashley Jackson, Zane Doty, and so many more. And you can see the chat on the screen. If you'd like to join in the chat, oh, look, there's Ghibli Doo as well. If you'd like to join in the chat, visit twitch.tv/11sports. Next, second down and 6. Pump fake. Pass complete along the right-hand side. That one hauled in by the tight end, Toby Jones. Third down and 4 coming up.
I thought they were going to run it again. They had the fullback in and the halfback, Mercury and Zoma, but they didn't use either of them. They used Zoma as a blocker. Interesting.
Running off tackle to the left, Richardson. Not able to get anything going there. Gains about a yard, but it'll bring up another fourth down. And Matt, they're at the Tulsa 35. What do you think?
I'd go for it. With the special teams in the SFL sometimes questionable. I don't know if our guys just don't get coached up as well as they should, but I would just go for it. I mean, 35 is not awful field position if you don't get it, but they're going to punt. So let's see if they can prove me wrong.
Trying to do a coffin corner kick here. That one looks like it's going to sail out of bounds at the 22. So an absolutely awful punt. That one only a net gain of about 13 yards. Your score, Carolina 0, Tulsa 3. We'll be back after this. Welcome back to Tulsa. First down and 10 from the 22-yard line. After another special teams play goes awry for the Skyhawks. Ball is handed off to Robinson running along the right-hand side. Gains only a yard. Will bring up a second down and 9. Let's take a look at the key players on the Tulsa offense. Mentioned quarterback Ashley Jackson leading the way. Halfback is Sanzo Robinson. We've seen him a few times now. Wide receivers are plentiful. Stephen Bush, Corey Jones, Mike Osai, and the rookie 8th pick in the draft, Anthony Mosley, 6'5" tight end. Second down and 9. Robinson taking the handoff to the left, breaks a tackle, and off to the races, crossing midfield, up past the 45-yard line, finally tackled on the play by the linebacker, Willie Van Dyke.
Beautiful off-tackle blocking. Again, Robinson broke one tackle. Again, that's what you want to see. That's what I discussed earlier. If you're running back and break one tackle, you better be blocking well, and those plays usually break big.
You take a look at the stats for Robinson so far tonight. Trips formation to the bottom of the screen. Jackson under center. Jackson will throw, fires over the middle. That one is caught. Short pass, gain of 7 to Corey Jones. Jones, the 6'1" product coming over in free agency from Vancouver, but that was 4 seasons ago. Matt Jones has been in the league for 6 seasons now, 4 of which have been with this franchise. Has almost 400 yards receiving on the season, and that leads the team here in Tulsa.
See if they go off tackle again or if they just want to hand it up the middle. I'd say up the middle.
And they went off tackle. Plenty of blocking, though. Look at that, Matt, past the 25-yard line. Wrapped up by Rachel Colston, the Week 3 signing. She is also a rookie on this team, signed a couple of weeks ago.
That seems to be a weakness so far of Carolina's defense, these off-tackle runs. I'm surprised with the amount of money they've put in their linebackers that's happening. But hey, run it till they stop you.
First down and 10 from the 23-yard line. Jackson hands the ball off to Robinson, trying to find a way.
No.
Looks like that run was supposed to go up the middle, Matt, but the run up the middle was completely stuffed.
77 looks like he ate a few buffets, Mr. Monroe.
A few buffets? Holy
cow.
A
few old countries went extinct after that man came through.
Bo Rivers Monroe, 6'5", 333 pounds.
Yeah, that's a lot of Monroe.
That is a lot of Bo Rivers Monroe.
Big Rivers Monroe.
Jackson to throw on second down. Checks it down to Robinson. Gains a few up the left-hand side. Will bring up a 3rd down and 8. And Matt, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Your score after 1 quarter of play, the Skyhawks 0, Desperados 3. Stay with us. We'll be back. Tonight's Simulation Football League broadcast, presented by APM Music on the 11 Sports Network, is brought to you by APM Music, Production Music Library, Custom Music House, and brought to you in part by Fuel Beyond Imagination. Visit the all-new SFLinteractive.net today. By Matt Doyle Designs, the official branding partner of the SFL, and by MediaTek Institute. Turn your passion into your profession. Beautiful shots of Tulsa like these are brought to you by AirViews, united by drone. Visit airviews.com to see more drone footage.
That might
Matt, a
be
low-scoring first quarter. What do you think?
Well, hopefully they score more.
Brilliant analysis by Matt Wilson. I'm Mike Dex, your play-by-play commentator, joined in the booth by Matt Wilson. And that third down pass is carried out of bounds, will not be far enough, did not go past the sticks. Stephen Bush on the reception.
Mike,
Tulsa's drive stalls out. They will have to punt.
I am putting the Bronze Bomber guarantee that we will see more points in the next 10 seconds. Oh, 15 seconds. Let's see.
Field goal try forthcoming for the Desperados. Andrew Wheeler on the field to make the kick. This one from 33 yards, centered right down the middle. Kick is up, and it is good. Wheeler with his second field goal of the night.
See, right as usual.
Shout out to those of you in the chat. Ghibli Do, Mark P. Mello, That Real Imp Guy, Tom Rahman, Crowland 84, TMG 82. What's up, Troy? Tulsa Desperados, Zane Doty, the DeBrown Knight, The Real Imp Guy. Did I say you already? I did. You just got 2 shout outs. Ashley Jackson. And Mark P. Mello is new here, Matt. He says, what am I watching? Matt, what is he watching?
Pure, unadulterated awesomeness.
No,
Take
I
it
was
away,
looking
Mike.
for a little bit more specifics, but
I said set you up big time there. I set you up to spike it over the net for him.
yeah, there you go. And I let it drop into the sand.
Fail.
Matt, there was some beach volleyball on right before our game on the 11 Sports Network. Always something entertaining to see. Both, actually.
Nice.
Little of each. Little of each.
Something for everyone.
Always some quality entertainment just like this, the Simulation Football League on the 11 Sports Network. First down and 10 for the Skyhawks. Richardson with an out route to the left-hand side. That one is hauled in for a first down on the first play of this drive to Cameron Walsh.
Again, Walsh, they're getting their lower paid players involved, but man, I'd like to see a bomb to Hudson or Prasad just to loosen up that defense a bit. I guess I can't argue with the first down, but where's your fullback? For shame.
Fullbacks filling Gatorade cups, I think, right now. Richardson under center. Will throw, passes it short over the middle to Prasad, gains 8. Well covered on a play, quick tackle. So what is this? This is the Simulation Football League. It's a controllerless esport where the fans can become the players. That's right. If you want to join our Discord community, you too can get a player on a team and have your name called out in the broadcast, just like these guys and ladies that are here now. Mercury with a run off tackle to the right. That one is good for a first down up to midfield. If you'd like to learn more about the Simulation Football League, head over to our website, simulationfl.net. There you'll find a link to our Discord server. You too can join the community and become part of the action. Either have a player on the field, or you could join our stats team. We have a beat writing team. There's a multimedia team. Or you could just sit there and be a fan and just enjoy being part of something. Another great run by Mercury. He's getting more yardage out to the right-hand side. Matt, these off-tackle runs have worked out well for him so far.
Wow, they were working for Tulsa. Carolina's just starting to get into the game. And, hey, look, Zoma with a nice seal block for that outside run. So keep him in, folks. Keep him in. Like this. Perfect.
Split backs in the backfield. You got Mercury on one side, Zoma on the other. Richardson in the gun. Hudson and Prasad out to receive, and there's a pass right over the middle. That one is caught. Looks like Prasad with the reception. Harish Prasad, 151 yards coming into the game, only 17 receptions. And Matt, during the SFL's 1,000th game, which was broadcast live from Atlanta, Georgia, from the second SFL convention, on the first play, Harish Prasad went down with a game-ending injury. Only got to see his player once. Look at that run by Mercury up the middle.
And he predicted it.
He did. He predicted it. He said, please don't kill me, and then takes the snap, down he goes.
Convention
Twitch chat
over.
up on your screen. You want to join in on that chat, visit twitch.tv/11sportsnext, and you too can get a shout out during the game, and you can join in with everybody that is in the chat right now talking about this game that is going on tonight. Fan night game of the week. Richardson drops back on 2nd down and 4, barely gets the pass off. That one's caught for a 1st down. Well defended, but getting the ball past the sticks. Tight end Toby Jones once again.
Sign that man for more money. He's been doing work. But, if I'm Carolina, I'm just scouring every playbook that has a halfback and a fullback and seeing what works and seeing if I can scheme that fullback into the game, because when he's on the pine, that's a weapon that's not on the field.
Right. Mercury, with no Zoma out in front of him, still able to gain 5 on that one, running off tackle to the right. And just to explain a little bit about how the league works to the people that might not know exactly what this is, each team has currently 12 star players. And what we mean by star players are the ones that are associated with an actual human being, that somebody is, it's a player they designed, they named, they gave them the number, they decided, what position they would be, the characteristics they would have. As we check that pass down to Zoma. Look at that, Matt. Zoma getting involved. Offensive coordinator after your own heart there. So roster expansion is on its way. We're going to be expanding the rosters to 15 players per team throughout the remainder of this season. So if you want to have your shot, now's the time to join our Discord community and throw your hat in the ring. And Matt, as you were saying, there's only 5-star players on this Carolina offense. One of them is fullback Tony Zoma, and right now he's not there.
Right.
It's a disadvantage.
The Z factor, you got to leave him in.
But just like that, they get into the end zone. Nice pass to the left. Harish Prasad into the end zone for a touchdown, only his 2nd on the season.
Post route to perfection. A little behind him, but he adjusts properly, and nice job. But Zoma was cheering on the sidelines. There's still a Z factor. It was an aura.
The aura of the Z was present. And Carolina setting themselves up to take their first lead of the ball game with 6 minutes, 12 seconds to go in the first half.
And if you're going to score a touchdown, right? Their defense did a great job limiting Tulsa to just 2 field goals. So instead of being down 14 or 10, they're actually up 1.
Zeke Klein knocks it through the uprights. Your score, Carolina 7, Tulsa 6. We will see you on the other side of this break. We're back live in Tulsa. Carolina 7, Tulsa 6. Tulsa will get another shot at it now. 6 minutes, 12 seconds to go in the first half.
Oh, look out.
He's being returned by Charles Ball. He gets his way all the way up to the 40. And Matt, I mentioned earlier how Harish Prasad of the Skyhawks was number 4 in kick return average. I'll give you one guess who number 3 in the league in kick return average yards is.
Jeffrey Daggs?
No, Charles Ball. The guy returning the kick. Oh, my gosh, Matt. I set you up, and then you missed it.
But I missed it on purpose for laughs.
My goodness. Charles Ball is actually averaging 26.4 yards per kick return. And guess what he has that Harish Prasad does not have?
A diamond?
A kick return touchdown. You are
well, those are like diamonds. They're rare and spectacular.
Wow. Whoa. Robinson running his way up the middle. Tackled on the play by Tristan Hatley. Coming up tomorrow night on the 11 Sports Network, Mexico City Aztecs, Matt's beloved Mexico City Aztecs, will take on the Sioux Falls Sparrows. And then rounding out things for Week 6, Vancouver heads to Alaska. The always dangerous Storm
Battle
will
of the
take
North
on the Legion. 2nd down and 3. That run up the middle once again by Robinson. They will spot him a first down, Matt. I wasn't quite sure he got past the sticks.
Yeah, it was close enough. Not well. I mean, it depends on what the coaching staff is. I think timeouts are made to be burned, challenges made to be used, but they don't think it's significant enough to use one. So the drive will continue.
On the field. Ball is handed
Whoa.
off to Robinson. Several yards deep in the backfield. Well defended, gain of only 3, and Daniel Pruitt is down for the Skyhawks.
Man
At
down.
least it wasn't Harish, as we see Shravan Prasad looking like, is that my brother? Did he sneak out here?
He just got, look at this block. He got blocked, tossed to the ground, and stomped on. Hopefully it's not the dreaded upper body injury.
Hopefully he didn't get poked in the eye.
Only
I've
I do
seen
that.
those injuries before.
Always wear a visor, kids. Always wear a visor.
At least when you're playing against Matt Wilson, apparently it's
The
required.
bronze poker.
The bronze poker. Offset I formation on 2nd down and 7. Skyhawks showing pressure, send only 4. Jackson checking it down. That one to Buffalo Marshall trying to get their fullback involved. 3rd down and a manageable 2 coming up. And Matt, we mentioned earlier how the Skyhawks have never scored more than 20 points in the game yet, and they've lost 4 out of their 5 by double digits. So how has Tulsa fared? Well, they lost by 10, and then by 8, and then by 3, and then they won. So they've been getting
better.
They're getting better throughout the season. Jackson easily converting this 3rd down.
At least that's how Liam Crowder says it. They're getting better.
Give me a spot of tea, Governor. Tight end Will Anderson with that reception. And Matt, an interesting stat, Tulsa has never scored less than 24 points in a game. So only 6 points so far tonight with 4 minutes to go in the first half. But I'm expecting some more points to come out of this one, as we have yet to see their true potential. Short pass over the middle will keep this drive moving right along, gain of 7. So we take a look at the team comparison between these two teams. You see points per game. Carolina's down in 20th and Tulsa up in 10th.
Total defense, though. Skyhawks 4th.
Yeah, exactly. So it's been, kind of 2 different stories. The Tulsa Desperados have slowly been getting their offense better, and the Carolina defense is certainly good. As we see the shot towards the end zone, that one swatted away. Hatley in on the coverage, as well as Rochelle Colston. 3rd down and 3.
They're down in 3, and I don't know. I think I'd dial up Robinson again. He's averaging almost 9 yards a carry. Spread him out like I love to do, and spread the defense out, and run it right up the gut. But they're going to go with a bunch set, so that could also work. We'll find out.
Carolina's defense.
Whoa, they're really up
putting a ton in the box. Robinson runs past all of them and inside the 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Tulsa. Reclaiming the lead here late in the 2nd quarter.
Well, Mike, that's the danger of putting everyone in the box. If you get past the first level, it's sayonara, Avidazen.
Exactly.
Look, great blocking again. The O-line just doing its job, and Robinson didn't have to do too much. He just kind of like,
no, it looked like
end zone
Robinson
high.
actually had time to wave goodbye. Watch, he's like, "See you guys. I'll be in the end zone if you need me." So Tulsa reclaiming that lead. Matt, just like that, they're already halfway to those 24 minimum points that they've been scoring all season. And that was one of the fears I had for the Skyhawks coming into this one, is we have Tulsa, who's never scored less than 24, and Carolina, who's never scored more than 20. Just statistically speaking, the odds are not in their favor. Extra point is up and through. We'll see if Carolina can rebound and put some more points on the board as we come back from a brief break. Stay with us. Welcome back to Tulsa. Carolina 7, Tulsa 13. Carolina looking to reclaim the lead that they just gave up after an impressive run by Sanzo Robinson. Harish Prasad standing back at his own 10-yard line. Returns this one up the middle all the way to the 30-yard line. Sully Richardson and his offense will come back out onto the field. And Matt, what are you looking for here? They got 3 minutes, 19 seconds to go, all 3 timeouts.
Plenty of time. Just run your normal offense, at least for until the 2-minute warning. You know, maybe run that some off tackle again. Get your fullback. Oh, he's on the sideline, so never mind. But just try to get some yards. Try to get to midfield before 2 minutes. That's what I would say to start.
Richardson with the hard count. Quick pass to the top of the screen. Hauled in with one hand. Nice out route. That one to Dupree Hudson. As we take a look at the quarterback comparison, Richardson having a little bit better night than Ashley Jackson so far. There is a pick, but Matt, over 100 yards and a touchdown.
But did you see Hudson take that ball and with pretty much no hesitation at all, just cut right up field? That's an amazing piece of footwork there. That's what you're looking for when you
and you don't see it too often. You know,
and look at my turns a gain of 4 into a gain of 9.
Yeah, sometimes those out routes, they get that momentum going and out of bounds they go. And that one's great. Nice gain of 9. 7 in the box for Tulsa, and Randy Mercury trying to do his best Sanzo Robinson impersonation, running off tackle to the left, trying to get past all the guys in the box. Got past most of them. First down and 10 from the Carolina 44-yard line.
They cut it out, then he cut it back into where there was some daylight. It's a nice run, and they're almost on schedule. I said the 50 within 2 minutes, so they got about 1 or 2 plays here where they can do that, just that.
Mercury runs right up the middle, right into a host of defenders. That one goes nowhere. Second down to 9.
Paging Tony Zoma.
I know, you could have really
used come onto the field and help us out here. They could use some Zoma blocking. You've heard of the zone blocking scheme, where there's the Zoma blocking scheme. There he is.
Ask and ye shall receive. But Matt is going to have to wait until this 2-minute warning. Don't go anywhere. More football action is just around the corner. Back to Tulsa, getting ready for this 2-minute drill. But just real quick, Matt, a shout out to Jesse DeBoss 24, just signed up in our Discord community. He says, as a former college football player, this is a great opportunity to revive the glory days. The action is crazy tonight. And how about that for crazy action with a fumble? Still fighting for the ball, and who came up with it? Tulsa. It looks like Tulsa has taken the ball away.
Oh no, the inevitable spin fumble. You got 2 hands for safety, not 2 hands. You saw that ball get punched out on the spin. And they were on schedule. They had the Zoma blocking in, and then they took it out. And
Matt, we've talked about the commentator curse before. I think that was a Jesse DeBoss 24 curse, because it's literally just talking about how he's saying the action's crazy, and then boom, punched out a fumble.
Well, so don't blame it on the new people. That's not very nice.
We blame you, new guy. We blame you.
Good job.
Jackson drops back to pass, fires deep down the left-hand side, one-handed catch into the end zone. He goes. Corey Jones, touchdown, Tulsa.
Beat him on the corner route. The old Tallahassee special. Let's check out this route by Jones. Watch this corner route. Toasts the corner, reaches back, misses the ball, goes for the pick to the play of the player, and then Jones says, bye-bye. And now we have a problem.
Zane Doty in on the coverage. His first season with the Skyhawks, came over in free agency from the Queen City Corsairs. Has a pair of picks, Matt. He even has a pick 6, but just got burned on that one.
Roasted. Lightly roasted. Like some good peanuts.
Shan Varner, the owner of the Chicago Wildcats, likes his peanuts boiled. That extra point nearly blocked.
Those are delicious.
Totally useless facts you will learn tonight.
Shan, send me some peanuts.
Tulsa extending their lead 20-7 over the Skyhawks. You can follow the SFL on Twitter at SimulationFL. Use the hashtag #MakeAnImpact and help spread the word about the league. Especially if you're enjoying what you're seeing here tonight, spread the word and share what you're watching so that others can enjoy it too. Prasad looking to make something out of this return, spinning his way up into the middle, nowhere to go. Well covered by the Tulsa Special Teams unit, and minute 43 to go. Still has all 3 of their timeouts, but Matt, now a little bit more of a sense of urgency.
Careful with the spins. I get nervous. We've seen
yeah,
many
that's what
teams.
Mercury was doing when he got the ball punched out.
Many returner have been fumbled with. This is what I want to see, although I prefer the shotgun. You have the. Oh no, they're down a receiver now. Well, we'll see how this goes.
7 in the box, sending 5. It looks like Mercury able to get past the first defender. Can't make the second one miss. Tackled after a gain of 4.
Daniel Pruitt, we don't know.
We don't
know. We hardly knew you.
Not quite sure if he will return.
Mike, there's only one way to find out if he'll be back, and that's on the field.
That's right, Matt. Stay tuned, and you too can see if Daniel Pruitt makes his way back, but I would not count on it. 2 wide receivers, 2 tight ends, and a halfback. Richardson hands the ball off to Mercury. Spinning again. Can't quite make it all the way to the sticks. 3rd down and 1 from the 36. And Matt, clearly that fumble has not scared him.
Run this. Oh.
Pump fake throws over the middle. That one incomplete. Gosh, no. He was actually defended by his own man on the play.
Oh.
Brings up a 4th down and 1. And Matt, you sound disgusted.
Yeah, I would have just hurried up, run the ball, get the first, call a timeout, and then get in a different formation. But you try to throw it, and again, I like the shotgun, 2 backs, 2 receivers, or 3 receivers and a tight end. Or 2 receivers and a tight end. Because again, use your weapons. They're there for a reason.
Mike Johnson on to punt for the Skyhawks. Charles Ball standing at his own 25-yard line gets that one up to the 29. 47 seconds to go here in the first half. Shout out to those of you in the chat. And Matt, I'm going to start with one Mr. Andy Hamilton because he gave us a shout out. He says, "Hi, Mike. Hi, Matt." That's nice of you, Andy. You're a pal. Andy Hamilton is Vancouver Legion. On the list that you see on your screen, Wendy's Baconator. Gosh, now I'm hungry. Thanks.
Oh, no.
Ghibli Do, Ashley Jackson, or AJ Today Jackson. Nacho Queen City VP Tom Rahman, and so many more. Jackson throwing over the middle. That one is complete for a gain of 8, and Tulsa will burn their first time out. If you'd like to join in on that live chat, head over to the 11 Sports Network Twitch page. It's twitch.tv/11sportsnext, and you can find that chat. If you'd like to find out more about the league, and heck, if you'd like to join like Jesse DeBoss24 did, and he got himself a shout out, and we even named a curse after him tonight, Matt, you can do that. You just got to head over to our website, simulationfl.net, and you'll see a link to our Discord server. You can join Discord and become part of the community and chat with everybody that's in the league, which is now hundreds and hundreds of people. Jackson with a throw over the middle, and that one incomplete. Dangerous pass in and out of the hands of Kip Edwards, one of the backup corners.
Taking a risk here. I don't mind it, honestly. Try to get some offense. If Carolina doesn't score many points and you can throw up another 3, I mean, the way they've been averaging points, 3 is like 10. Well, 9. Let's make it 3 times 3. Math is good.
And hard. 2 receiver set. This one handed off to Robinson in the backfield and tackled for a loss of 2. Will bring up a 4th down and 4. And Matt, Carolina's not even going to use any of their timeouts. What do you think about that?
I guess they're waving the white and red flag of I quit for this
Well, I
I
hope
don't know.
not.
I
My
I
goodness.
for the half, not the game. I would be using them. I mean, I would try to use every advantage I could, but maybe they're happy being down only 13. Well,
And Tulsa will let this one expire. So that'll bring us to the end of the first half. Your score after 2 quarters of play, Carolina 7, Tulsa 20. Stay with us for a brief halftime break as we take a look at the first half stats and highlights. What do you think, Matt? I mean, the passing yard's pretty close, not very plentiful, but I think the running game has really been the difference so far.
yeah, I mean, Carolina on paper has the ability to be a very dynamic running team with both backs. And again, where are the fullback runs with with Soma?
Tony Zoma, yeah.
I mean, and Mercury. I mean, you got off tackle Mercury, then you Zoma up the middle, for the power.
Yeah.
Thunder and lightning. It's screens to your fullback, use him as a receiver. I mean,
they have the talent to do it. We haven't seen those formations, and Mercury has had kind of a rough go of it so far this season. 241 yards, but that's over the course of 5 games. Only has 1 touchdown on the ground, averaging only 2.8 yards per carry on the season. A little bit better game last week. 12 carries for 63 yards. I mean, that's a quarter of his total season yards in that one game, but 5.3 yards per carry. So, definitely looking a little bit better there. But the story has really been the passing game with rookie quarterback Sully Richardson, over 1,000 yards, only has 3 touchdowns, but man, he had 7 picks coming into the game. 66% completion percentage. It's actually in the bottom 5 in the league. So
that was a killer.
Yeah, that fumble really kind of hurt him. But
they were driving. The Skyhawks are driving, and it's a team that's struggling. You can't afford those mistakes. They just compound on each other, and it led to this out route touchdown.
Yeah, beautiful catch by Corey Jones. One-hander. I love the one-hander spin. It's like you're just showing off at that point. You could have caught that a different way, but it's like, nah, watch this. Nice power spike into the ground. Oh, it got paused before the power spike. We're back to the Greenwood District Stadium here in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
I didn't see a giant guy stabbing.
The giant man with the knife in the end zone. Just there to scare Matt.
I don't fear the Reaper.
So welcome back. I am Mike Daggs, the play-by-play commentator tonight. Joined in the booth by the Hall of Fame quarterback of the Mexico City Aztecs. Goes by the Bronze Bomber, but we call him Matt Wilson here in the booth. Second half kickoff is underway. Charles Ball takes it from inside the zone 10-yard line, spins his way up to the 30, nearly breaking away. Matt, I'm waiting for that second kick return touchdown on the season for him. Currently averaging number 3 in kick return yards, trying to extend that out a little bit farther. So, we talked about it a little bit in the half, but what's your overall, like one-liner impression of how the first half of play so far?
More Zoma.
More Zoma? Well, you'll have to wait until the Skyhawks get back out on the field on offense. Right now, we're probably going to see more Robinson or more Jackson. We have an out route to the bottom of the screen. That will complete for a gain of 6 to Corey Jones. Take a look at the receiving comparison. It's not really much of a comparison. It's really been Corey Jones, and that's it so far on the receiving front.
Yeah, where's Osai?
Yeah, Osai's been very quiet tonight.
Both Bush and Osai have been quiet, but when you're up 20-7, I guess can't complain. It's been the Robinson show.
I mean, I see him. Osai in the slot, Bush to the top of your screen. Ashley Jackson will hand the ball off to Robinson, hitting the backfield, but breaking through. And that's something you don't see every day, breaking a tackle by Phil Hall. Getting back to the line, but no gain. In fact, they'll mark him for a loss of 1 on the play. 3rd down and 7.
Got to be careful. Got to block those DTs. They come steaming through. It could be a bad day for your quarterback or your running back.
4 wide on 3rd down. 1 minute already gone here in the 3rd quarter. Pass to the top of the screen is complete. There's Mike Osai, but he's out of bounds. They rule it incomplete. I thought he might have had a foot down, but either way, it was going to be a 4th down, Matt.
Yeah, no use to using a challenge here. Just punt it away. Good for Carolina. They get the ball back. Now they got to straighten their offense out and get some kind of big plays going. I mean, they can methodically march down the field, but you'd love to see a little bit of spark out of the offense.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's definitely what the doctor ordered for Carolina coming out of the half. When look at that, almost blocked. When Tulsa's already up by 2 touchdowns, the defense holds, and Harish Prasad sidesteps a defender, gains a few yards on that return, gets his way up to the 33-yard line, and we'll get the second drive going here for Carolina. Sully Richardson leading the offense out onto the field. I like that visor that Richardson has. Makes him look dangerous. Offset I formation on first down. We'll hand the ball off to Mercury. Zoma out in front to block, but Matt Zoma ran right past the defender. And let's turn it over to Cameron Irvine for a update.
Thank you, Mike. Well, the 3 newest users in the Discord, shoutouts to Namshub44, Spider, and Semperfi90. In 2 weeks, the SFL has over 100 new potential players in the Discord. Rosters are expanding. Get in there while you can. Back to Mike and Matt in Tulsa.
Thank you, Cam. Appreciate that update. And yeah, the SFL has grown leaps and bounds since our partnership with the 11 Sports Network. It's been great getting the exposure that 11 Sports has opened us up to. And, it's not only great for the league, but it's great for all the people that had no idea that the league was even a thing. Now that they've been able to find it. It's a big thing. It's a big thing. So is Sully Richardson being in the gun on 3rd down and 13. That pass over the middle is huge as it gets them up past midfield. Harish Prasad with another great catch, and Matty bounces right up like he's never been down before.
Oh, that's exactly the big play I wanted to see. Tulsa sent a delayed blitz, and Prasad, draped by 2 men, still makes the play. That Carolina needs more plays like that.
48 yards now for Prasad. It's amazing what he can do if he stays healthy, Matt.
And now they're in press. I'd go to the receiver, Prasad or Hudson, but no.
They hand it off to Mercury, and down he goes in the backfield. Ghibli Do, speaking of somebody that's been kind of quiet tonight, he had a tackle for a loss earlier. That's now his 17th tackle for a loss this season. Had a humongous game last week. 6 sacks in 1 game for Ghibli Do.
That might have helped his leaderboard situation.
Yeah, it's kind of shot him right up the rankings. Richardson to throw on 2nd and 14. Checks it down in the backfield. That one going absolutely nowhere. Dante West with a punishing hit. 3rd down and 14 coming up.
Boy, I'm puzzled. Do they have a format? I mean, we've seen him gain 14 yards or more before, but what formation are they going to dial up here? Well, lots of receivers, so, I mean, that's not bad.
Trips formation to the top of the screen. Richardson under center. Only 3 down linemen for the Desperados. Richardson going for the first down, but that one's batted away, nearly intercepted. Kanye Rockefeller in on the coverage, swatting that one down.
Just like that, Carolina's one big play was for naught.
Yeah. Got him to midfield, so at least they'll be able to flip field position here. But
Richardson, the rookie, didn't read man coverage. Usually man coverage means a blitz may be coming, and it was very effective against Mercury. They lost all those yards, and they couldn't recover.
Punt by Johnson is away. Ball will take it at the 11. Sidesteps the defender. Gets up past the 20. Yeah, that's a great return. That's what you want to see. Here's score: Carolina 7, Tulsa 20. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Welcome back to Tulsa. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on the 11 Sports Network. I'm Mike Daggs, play-by-play commentator, joined in the booth by Matt Wilson. Offset I formation to get things going here for the Desperados. Jackson will pass out of the formation. Quick dump down over the middle. That one is complete for a gain of 9. Tight end Will Danderson in on the catch.
Now Tulsa's just got to feel supremely confident. They have the ball. They're up 20-7, and I'd be in for some more Robinson action right here. I mean, they threw it, but it's Robinson time.
Second out and 1, I formation. Ball is handed off to Robinson, gets a block and gets a nice run up the middle to the 35 and another Tulsa first down. Shout out to those of you in the Twitch chat joining us tonight. I see Eddie Gage. I see Croland84, Ghibli Doo, Mark P. Mello still hanging around. Wendy's Baconator 1. I could go for one Baconator. AJ Today Jackson. The Brown Knight. Liam plays game 7. And Matt, that's not Liam Crowder. It's another Liam.
Not. Oh, no,
it's another Liam. There's 2 Liams now. It's incredible. Robinson with a run along the right-hand side, breaking tackles. Great run by Robinson, gain of 8. Is the league big enough for 2 Liams, Matt?
That's a tall order, but I guess so. Expansion has to come. I guess we have to expand to 2 Liams.
I think we have room for plenty of Liams.
Depends.
No. All kinds of Liams can join. Liam plays games. I mean, that's just how appropriate. Come play games with the SFL. That's what we're looking for. Robinson on second down takes the handoff. Gets hit behind the line. Loss of 1 will bring up a 3rd down and 3.
All right. Key for the Skyhawks here. See if their defense can step up. If Tulsa might want to go with a pat. Well, it's a short 3. I'm not sure. I think I might run the ball here. You don't want to turn the ball over up 20-7, but that's just
4-3 look for the Skyhawks. 7 in the box. That one is hit right at the line. DJ Majesty and Shervan Prasad in on the tackle. And Matt, look at those stats for Robinson. He's certainly getting it done, but couldn't get it done on that drive. And the defense, 2 drives in a row here for the Skyhawks have done what they needed to do.
Yeah, they did what they needed to do, but now their offense needs to do anything.
Besides, that's been the problem all season, is just getting something going on this offense. Harish Prasad taking a hit, and he's up. Thank goodness. Upcoming broadcast schedule on the 11 Sports Network. All those times are listed in Central Time, by the way. Tuesday night, that is tomorrow night, the Mexico City Aztecs will head to Sioux Falls, South Dakota, to take on the Sparrows. That is at 6 p.m. Central Time. I don't even want to know what you just said. At 8:30 p.m. Central Time, the Vancouver Legion will head to the Eye in Alaska, take on the Storm. Offset I formation for the Skyhawks. To get things going, Richardson hit as he throws, barely avoiding the sack. Be a 2nd down and 10. Kyron Hill providing the pressure.
Hill says, sit down. Not one fullback run or fullback screen. I just can't believe it. The talent's there. I just want to get my grubby hands on this playbook and say, listen, throw a few of these in. It's a little of this, a little of that. I think we can score some more points. Holy smokes.
Taking another brutal hit. Defense just flying into the backfield. There's Kanye Rockefeller joined in by Kyron Hill in on another play. 3rd down and 14 coming up. And Matt, it's not looking good for this drive either.
Yeah, one of those guys ran about a 4-second 40. He just came zooming in like he knew where the running back was going. And oh boy, well, we haven't seen this all day. So see if this fares any better for Carolina.
4 wide into tight end for the Skyhawks. Richardson throwing deep down the right sideline, and that one is hauled in. Dupree Hudson's been a while since we called his name, but he caught that one for a 1st down all the way up to the 44-yard line.
Well, again, that takes away. Now you have 2 high-priced men in the receiving corps, but you know what? Richardson found him. He was open over the outstretched arms. Looks a little bit like that out route we saw earlier. And Carolina again with a big play, but can they do anything with it? Can they continue to move, or will they get stuck?
First down and 10. You can see the Twitch chat on your screen. 11 Sports Twitch chat is at twitch.tv/11 Sports Next. Free play for the Skyhawks. As I think Ghibli Doo jumped off sides. And we will head down and check with the ref to see what the call is. And it is indeed a neutral zone infraction by Ghibli Doo. And, you know, Matt, Lee Doo has a bit of a tendency of doing that, it seems, in the games that we've called. But, you know, you don't get to number 1 in sacks in the league by taking your time getting off the line.
Listen, the great Bruce Smith was mostly offsides, at least a good percentage of the time. But you know what? He's all-time NFL sack leader. So, you know, you take a few of those, but it's worth it for the sacks.
Yeah, it's all about the results.
Oh,
and a bobbled pass, incomplete. I don't know if that was actually intended for him or not. It was bobbled by Toby Jones, but it looked like maybe Terry Severt was the intended target.
When you're calling names that far down the depth chart, you have a problem with perhaps offensively. Those guys weren't made for catching.
Second down and 5 from the 49-yard line. 3 minutes, 28 seconds to go in the first half. Nice spin by Mercury. Gets his way up the middle. Kyron Hill in on another tackle. He's been there. They're probably their leading tackler all night. 3rd down and 3 coming up.
Yeah, and now Carolina's got to convert 3rd and 3. Now is probably a passing time, I would say. 2 tight ends, 2 receivers. See if they go that direction.
Ball is handed off to Mercury. Gains a first down and more. Gets his way all the way up to the 34-yard line, running into Charles Ball. Finally brought down, but an impressive run and another first down.
But you know what we don't see from Mercury is that, you know, we haven't seen him really break anything, spin. Once he gets hit, he goes down. And to be a great back in the SFL, a truly great back, you have to, you know, once in a while make a guy miss or break a tackle.
Mercury running off tackle to the left. Blockers out in front of him. Nice block there by Tony Zoma. Did you see that one, Matt?
He got zomed.
You got Z'd.
He's seeing Z's.
He is seeing Z's. Zoma just pancaked him straight into the turf.
See, now that Mercury's probably feeling a little fatigued here, I'd love to see a nice fullback run. Give him a little break, but he's not on the field.
Single back formation. Richardson throw pump fake and hit as he releases again. More pressure coming from Ghibli Doo. Surprise, surprise.
There's your wonderful sack leaders again. Ghibli Doo on top.
Yeah, he is, absolutely. I mean, he's constantly in the backfield. Rhett Sawyer, the next closest, Matt, and he's down by 2.5 sacks. So as long as Ghibli Doo keeps it up, he's going to stay up there on top for a little while. 3rd down and 5. Check down to Mercury. Can't get it, but gets up to the 28-yard line, and we could see a 45-yard field goal try coming to close this gap a little bit, Matt.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the call. There's no blockers in front, and like I say, we haven't seen Mercury with a move to make a man miss. So I guess you got you closer to an attempted field goal, but for these guys, that's not automatic.
Looks like it'll be about a 44-yarder from the right hash for Zeke Klein. Low snap, pressure coming, Kick is up. And it is good. That's surprising. Wow, that was a close one.
Yeah, Klein had to deal with a lot of traffic around him. I mean, but a nice kick.
Absolutely. We will see you on the other side of this break. Stay with us. Welcome back to Tulsa, Oklahoma. Minute 21 to go here in the third quarter. I'm Mike Daggs on play-by-play, joined in the booth by the Hall of Famer Matt Wilson. Appreciate you being here, Matt, being with me every single week. Truly a joy and an honor to call a game with a Hall of Famer. Look at Charles Ball. He's still fighting, man. He wants that second kick return for a touchdown.
Yeah, he's going to be dragged kicking and screaming until he gets it.
Well, that's what it looked like he was doing there. So first down and 10 for the Tulsa Desperados from the 32-yard line. You know, their lead narrowed a little bit, but still up 2 scores. Ashley Jackson looking confident. She leads her offense back out onto the field. I formation here on first down.
I'd run up the middle, they'll go off tackle.
You know, started to run up the middle. It's kind of diverted off tackle a little bit. Short gain on the play. Second down and 7.
You see Robinson there, you know, it wasn't much, but he broke a tackle and got 3 extra yards where it could have been no gain. And that's the difference between the two backs.
Right.
Someone's got to get Mercury and doing some squats or some, I don't know, take him to ballerina class, one of the two.
Robinson with 140 yards last week. Touchdown on the ground, averaged 7.8 yards per carry. That average a little skewed by a 67-yarder that he had.
Oh, no.
Robinson off tackle with blockers out in front of him, gets up past the first down marker up to the 42-yard line.
I saw that formation. I saw the linebacker shift, and I'm like, that might not be the right way, boys. And sure enough, I mean, look at this. Blocker's getting pancaked, but what's it matter if you're running away from those pancakes? Pancakes. Maple syrup.
Pancakes are awful. Unless they have chocolate chips, then they're glorious. First down and 10 from the 42-yard line. This will be the final play of the third quarter as Robinson takes it straight into the defensive line. That will bring us to the end of 3 quarters of play. Put your 4s up. Carolina 10, Tulsa 20. Don't go anywhere. We will be back after a break. Stay with us. Soon, let me hear the countdown. And welcome back. Tonight's Simulation Football League broadcast on the 11 Sports Network is brought to you in part by Nation's Best Football, helping NFL, college, high school, and youth players to help secure the bag. By ScoreStream, the official live scoring app of the SFL. By Sector 6, custom esports jerseys and apparel, and the exclusive SFL shop provider. And by SpyGoat, dedicated to the craft of audio. Aerial shots such as these of Tulsa are brought to you by Airviews, United by Drone. Visit airviews.com to see more drone footage. It's AIRVUZ.com. Rich Pratchard tried spelling that one out during his broadcast, Matt, and he butchered it. He sent people to some website. Who knows what was.
It's Rich Pratchard. What do you expect?
Oh, Matt, he's one of the finest broadcasters in the league. Stop it. Jackson back to throw on 2nd and 10. Deep pass over the middle.
How is that complete?
It was a beautiful catch by Mike Osai all the way up to the 29-yard line.
He's letting the defense know he's hanging out of that ball. Might be taking it to the sidelines. Jackson, look at this coverage. Oh my good Lord. He reached out and then he got hammered.
Jackson with an absolute dart there. Beautiful pass right into the middle of that triangle of coverage. I formation here on 1st down and 10. Join our Twitch chat. You can see it on the screen. See what Robinson does here first. He goes nowhere, losing one back to the 30-yard line. You can join in on the chat, the live chat that's here, part of every single one of our games that we do. Twitch.tv/11sportsnext, and you can join in on the chat tonight. Shout out to those of you who are with us. I see a lot of new people, and I appreciate you all making your way over to the chat to join us tonight. C. Pundy, TMG82, True KJ5, Longer Night, Liam Plays Games, Mark P. Mello, The Brown Knight, Macrovirus, Ghibli Doo. Robinson taking that ball up the middle for a nice gain of 7. Will bring up a 3rd down and 4.
Tick, 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 tick.
Yeah, absolutely. They want to run that clock down as much as they can. Let's see what they can do here on this 3rd down.
Looks like they're going to gamble and just go for the first.
Jackson back to throw, looking, fires into coverage, but that one is actually caught. Beautiful catch by Anthony Mosley, getting all the way down to the 5-yard line. 1st down and goal, Tulsa.
Way to hang in the pocket there by Jackson. It was deteriorating fast. I thought she was going to eat a sack, but finds the open man, and down to the 5 we go. And boy, Carolina is really in the danger zone.
Oh
Here.
no!
They cannot let Sansa Robinson walk into the end zone.
One thing you can count on darn near every fan night game of the week is Matt will at some point make either a song reference or burst into song. So something to either look forward to or be terrified of, depending on your preference. That run well defended. Wow, punishing hit by Willie Van Dyke on Robinson. Tackled for a big loss on the play. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 9.
They need a turnover would be beautiful here for the Skyhawks. As for Tulsa, I just run the ball 3 times, take my field goal, and say, try scoring 23.
Yeah. 2-touchdown lead, take that. And now they'll give it a shot there as Robinson runs straight into Christopher Cologne. I was going to mention the camera zoomed in on Cologne there, kind of filled the entire screen. Christopher Cologne's a big boy, 6'5", 300 pounds. I mean, you can see him there. Once again, just fills the whole monitor. 3rd down and goal from the 10-yard line. 4 receivers set, and I'm not sure if they're going to run it again this time, Matt.
I don't think so.
Formation. Robinson back to throw. Excuse me, Jackson back to throw. Jackson completing the pass over the middle up to the 4-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. And, just what the Matt ordered, a field goal and extending it to a 2-touchdown lead.
A Baconator?
What?
Hey, Ashley Jackson gave me a shout out. I'll give you a shout out back.
Oh, I thought you were just making food references because you were hungry.
Well, that.
Extra point is up and through. More Simulation Football League action will come after this break. Welcome back to Tulsa, Oklahoma. Matt, the commissioner, just corrected me there. That is a field goal, not an extra point. It's late. It's going on 11 p.m. here.
We have the latest game on the schedule, folks. It's not. We're on the East Coast.
Harish Prasad with a nice return up the middle. Matt, so many new people in the chat. It's great to see all these new people. There's actually so many that it's hard to keep track of everybody. But Wicked TV is another new one that is here. Cal Holly is another new one I see. Disney Pin Freak 13 says that they saw it on TV and wanted to join the chat. Well, I appreciate you being here.
Everyone, please do.
Yeah,
welcome.
Join the chat and join the league. SimulationFL.net is the website. That is where you can find the link to our Discord community. Randy Mercury with that carrying a big hit. Matt, let's turn it over to Commissioner Cameron Irvine for a game break and see if he can correct any more of my calls.
Well, Mike, I don't think I'll be correcting any more of your calls tonight. I don't believe so. Hey, action throughout the SFL this week so far. Tallahassee comes back to beat London 24-20. Baltimore takes out San Francisco 27-10. Oklahoma City beats St. Louis 28-14. Houston tops Charleston 23-3. Chicago comes back to beat Atlanta on a block punt return for a touchdown 34-31. Earlier today, Queen City blanks New Orleans 41-0 in a shocking blowout. And Seattle takes out Las Vegas 30-22 to stay unbeaten. Back to Mike and Matt in Tulsa.
Thank you, Cam. Appreciate it. Third down and 14 coming up for the Skyhawks, breaking the first stack. Can't break through the second. Ghibli Dew providing the initial pressure. But Kyron Hill, defensive player of the game so far, gets the sack.
And I can say to make you feel better at least, Mike.
What's that?
Cam's mic is hot. As a production person, he should know better than to not be in the red. So, Cam, adjust your mic, please.
Don't
back
call
to you.
Out the leave Cam alone. You're gonna
back
get
to you,
cut.
Mike.
Punt is away, and as we see this punt,
I guess I just wanted more attention, guys.
Go back up in the chat. Somebody asked, and I can't remember who exactly it was. Or there it is. Longer Night. Not exactly a question. Longer Night says, I'm kind of bummed that they just let the CPU play. I get it, but I wish they had player versus player. So we feel that this is actually a whole lot more in-depth and more involved than you would ever find in a player versus player type game. With this, there is a lot more game planning that goes into it and a lot more strategy. There's coaches, both offensive and defensive, for just about every team. Some teams like to, the head coach likes to have a little bit more control. Others, the head coach kind of takes a step back and lets their offensive and defensive coordinators come up with game plans. There's scouts for every team that go through, watch film from their opponents to see what sorts of plays that they run, and then they have to strategize, and they have to, build a game plan that's going to work best against the plays that their opponents are running.
Speaking of running plays.
Yeah, look at this. And you also have to, look at your roster and come up with a game plan that's best for the players that you have and the builds that they have. Do you have a lot of speedy players, or are your players, more precision at, catching, or, whatever the case might be. You have to game plan and strategize for all of those things. And then you can sit back and watch it all play out on the field. And it's a thing of beauty every single week to see how it all comes together. First down and 10. Robinson running up the middle. Nice gain of 7. Brings them up to the Carolina 34-yard line. And Matt, Carolina's in dangerous territory now, down by 13 with less than 5 minutes to go in the ball game.
Yeah, they really need to really create a turnover. It could be the greatest comeback in SFL history as far as time is concerned, but this defense needs to step up and strip, get another fumble, or get a fumble. It was Tulsa that got the fumble last time. They need something special.
Letting as much time tick off the clock as
Rip that
possible.
ball out.
Robinson with a loss on the play, 3rd down and 5. Shout out to those of you in the chat again. Wendy's Baconator is still making me hungry. Eddie
Oh.
Gage is still here as well. DeBrown Knight, Jeffrey D44, my youngest son. I appreciate you being here too, Jeffrey, but it's going on 11 o'clock. Shouldn't you be in bed? Disney Pin Freak 13, Zero Rising, Ashley Jackson, Mark P. Mello, Macrovirus, so many more. Appreciate everybody being here. 56 in the Twitch chat right now, and countless more watching on TV. Tulsa content to run the ball and have a 4th down come up. 3 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the ball game. Upcoming broadcast schedule. 2 more games here in week 6. Tomorrow night, Mexico City at Sioux Falls at 6 p.m. Central Time, and then Vancouver at the 3-time defending champion Alaska Storm, who have surprisingly lost 2 games this season, Matt. That's very uncharacteristic of the Storm.
I wouldn't count on many more after seeing their last game.
No, that was quite the thing. And Jeffrey says, "Yeah, you finally noticed me." Sorry, bud.
Alaska was like a sleeping. Oh,
look at that, man!
Wow.
Look at that special teams play. Wow. Trevion Bryant swatted the ball before it could bounce in the end zone, grabbed it and held it down at the 1-yard line. They'll mark it at the 5 where he first touched it.
That is an incredible play. Let's watch the replay.
Yeah, that's got to be one of the best special teams plays by a single player I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, it hit him in the back. He tried to reach back for it, and then he downed it. I mean, it puts Carolina in even a tougher spot now. They need to get the shotgun out there. They need to get, there you go, 4 wides.
Yeah, it's just 95 yards. They got this.
Watch out for Ghibli-Doo.
Yeah, Ghibli-Doo hungry here. Richardson to throw, checks it down to Mercury right at the line of scrimmage, and he is hit. Well defended, 2nd down and 9.
Now the great question, do they have more than one play out of this formation? They need to throw it to the receivers.
And they check it down to Mercury again. Once again, hit at the line, tackles inbounds. No gain on that play. 3rd down coming up.
The rookie Sully Richardson needs to audible. Maybe he isn't allowed to by the coaching staff.
Checks it down to Mercury, gains 2. That'll bring up a 4th down, pinned deep in their own territory. And I guess I think they spotted him out of bounds there as the clock is stopped.
Thank goodness for that. The coaching staff needs to give the green light on Richardson. He's a rookie, but he's got to know that he can audible. And you can't handhold your quarterback too much like that, or you're going to get situations like that where he's like, well, I'm calling the play that you called.
So the game really comes down to this, Matt. 4th down and 7. If they can't convert this, they're in really rough shape, and they can't, as that pass is complete to Dupree Hudson, but well defended, and Tulsa will take over at the Carolina 13-yard line. Nate Heslip in on the tackle.
A little bump coverage there, and I mean, yeah, just prevent the 1st down, and the game is pretty much a wrap. Carolina their playbook needs some retooling. It needs some deeper passes. It needs some fullback screens, runs, more runs in general.
Like you said, the 1-2 punch. The 1-2 punch that
exactly.
Alaska had perfected, in seasons past.
Go watch some of their film.
That run well defended, and Carolina not yet burning any timeouts. Looks like that one will tick us down to the 2-minute warning. Your score at 2, Carolina 10, Tulsa 23. 2 minutes to go here in this one. Stay with us. And welcome back to Tulsa, Oklahoma. This one a 2-score game with only 2 minutes to go. Tulsa with the ball, but Matt, it's not necessarily over. If there's a chance that the Tulsa defense could rip this ball out or even get a pick. Zane Doty has a pick 6 on the season. There's plenty of players on this Skyhawk defense that have interceptions, but obviously it looks like Tulsa's going to try to stick to the ground, but we've seen crazier things here in the SFL. We've already seen a lost fumble tonight.
But I say I starting to hear that slightly one too many Cinnabon overweight lady warming up her vocal cords.
One too many Wendy's Baconators, man.
It's the Baconator's fault. But she's starting to
But
sing.
see, here we go, Matt. Tell her to hold those vocal cords because we have 4 wide. Nah, they run it. Robinson taking that one up the middle. He wants to get more points on the board. Carolina burning their second timeout with 1:52 here to go in the ball game. 4th down and 3. And if there was ever an opportune time for a blocked punt, this would be it. Blocked field goal. Holy cow.
Mike, you did it again. I paused there hoping you'd correct yourself, and you kind of did.
Extra points, field goals, punts, they're relatively the same. They all involve kicking.
They've been very close. Like, this one's very close to an extra point, but not quite.
I'm going to hear it from the director of broadcasting after this game. That's for sure. 23-yard field goal is up and good. And Tulsa extends their lead now, Matt, to 16 points. And this one could be a little out of reach.
Warming up, Mike. Warming up.
I heard it. My goodness. So it looks like Carolina is quite likely going to fall to 0-6 on the season. Tulsa will extend their win to now a
2 in a row.
2 in a row, yeah.
That's called a winning streak.
That is a streak. Harish Prasad taking the from Cleo Harris. Oof. Tulsa winning last week 26-10 over the St. Louis Gladiators, and looking like they will win 26-10 here as well. Still holding on to that streak, Matt. They've never scored less than 24 points in the season, and week 6 was no different.
Does Carolina play St. Louis? It could be the matchup of the century.
No, next week they visit Houston.
Oh, wow.
Sully Richardson, incomplete pass.
Surely a game of the week nominee. Fan night, if there's a Carolina St. Louis matchup, I'm telling you. Sparks will fly. The O will go. If it
the O will have to go.
Yes.
O will have to go at some point, man. So one more shout out to those of you who in the chat. Plenty of people in the chat, plenty of people watching us wherever you pick up the 11 Sports Network. You can see the chat on your screen right now. Cal Holly, Ghibli Dew, Doug Day, Zero Rising, AJ Today, Jackson, Disney Pinfreak, Pure 2K12. What's up, Marcus? Minson Mind, Eddie Gage, aka Two Scoops.
No
Jeffrey
scoops for
D.
you.
No scoops for me, clearly, but 2 scoops for everybody else. The Wendy's Baconator. Espen Rael saying, wait, we haven't scored under 24. That is correct. You have not scored less than 24 points in a game, but somehow you've only been able to eke out these 2 wins. So yeah, it's that's crazy to score that many points and have 3 losses on the season. It's
you know what it is, Mike? 2 words.
Defense.
The D and the fence.
I was like, how is it 2 words? Oh, okay. The D is the first word.
Let me explain.
2nd down and 10. Richardson checks it down to Mercury. Behind the line of scrimmage, gains 2. Carolina will burn their last time out. Matt, you just sound so disgusted.
I just don't I love everyone. I love all teams, all owners. I greatly respect all the hard work they put in, but for God's sakes, you gotta have a play that's longer than 4 yards in your passing game. It's just inexcusable at times like this. You can't check it down.
Right. Sometimes you want to play it safe.
Oh,
with the
boy.
Quarterback. Down he goes with another sack. Ghibli Dew extending that sack streak now into double digits.
Oh boy.
10 sacks on the season for Ghibli Dew. Crazy numbers.
Yeah, and like I say, I'm not taking shots at anybody. I could not do a coaching job. Here we go. Where was this earlier?
Where was this all game long, Matt says. 47 seconds to go in this one. 4th down and 12.
No.
Firing over the middle.
Yes!
That one's complete.
Oh!
And breaking his way towards the end zone. One man to beat down to the 10, the 5.
Oh!
He's tackled at the 7. No timeouts. What a catch and run, though. And yeah, they certainly could have used that sooner. Bob Klein with that reception.
If it was anybody but Bob Klein, they would have scored too.
Bob Klein, not known for his speed.
No. More known for his burgers.
Ghibli Do in the chat saying a lot of their games have been close, and they have. You know, and Tulsa's been getting progressively better throughout the season. You know, they lost by 10 in their first one. They lost by 8 in their second one. Then they lost by 3, and Matt, then they won, and gosh darn it, then they won again. So
I know, and by more perhaps. If the leads keep on increasing, that they'll just be undefeated now the rest of the season.
Yeah, there you go. This pass to the back of the end zone. That one is caught, and Matt, the lead actually goes away a little bit as Harish Prasad gets on the board for a late touchdown. Just a little bit of stat padding, I think, at this point. But you know what? We'll see an onside kick coming up, and first, probably a 2-point conversion.
This is the prettiest series I've seen Tulsa run or Carolina run all day. And that's no slight to them. It's just, you know, a little bit more deep passing, some nice route running, and going for 2.
3 receivers bunched to the top of the screen. If they can make this, there is still a chance. Checking it down to Mercury, getting his way in. It's now an 8-point ball game, Matt. Maybe
hold the phone, boys and girls. 21 seconds to go. An onside kick.
Maybe you're too many Cinnabons lady. Yeah, I think she needs to stay on the sideline for a moment. No. Let's see what happens here first. And then now it really all does come down to this one, Matt. If they can get this onside kick, they are still in business. If they lose it, it is game over for the Skyhawks.
I'd kick it to the other side with 3 men over.
Ball is bouncing up, and it is recovered by Carolina.
Kip Edwards. Don't call it a comeback, but yes, it could be a comeback.
Wow.
Kip Edwards, the MVP of the game so far.
Oh, no. Everybody in the chat that was saying, good game, Carolina, good game, Carolina. You know, good game, Tulsa. Well, hang on, everybody. It's not over yet.
It's the SFL, baby. It's never over.
Let's see what Sully Richardson can do now.
Bomb it. Throw it to the skies.
3 receivers, 2 backs in the backfield. Richardson under center. Richardson throwing an out route to the bottom of the screen. Prasad taking it out of bounds after a gain of 5. And, well, that was a jab at the Tulsa sideline there. He could have stopped himself. He just ran that man over, Matt.
No timeout, 16 seconds to go. I think Carolina's got one more play in them before they get a Hail Mary. And if they can get 20 yards, they don't have to go into Hail Mary formation. I don't know if anyone has a 20-yard out route in their menu, but maybe the Baconator does.
Well, let's see a deep corner, maybe a deep post.
Yeah, just get to that other side of the 50, wherever that 4-0 is. Put you in good position for a play.
Richardson under center, 3 receiver set. Richardson to throw.
Oh no!
Wrapped up and brought down. Sacked on the play, and I don't even know if they have time to get back to the line. Ghibli Do once again, the one-man defense wrecking the game plan.
Oh, they spiked it.
Spiking the ball. So now they have 66 yards to go until the end zone. 56 yards. Math is hard when it's past 11. But, Matt, Are they in Hail Mary range? Too far. Did Ghibli Do just ruin the night for Carolina?
Well, not that a Hail Mary is ruining the night. Your standard play might be more. Nope, we're going to see it.
Well, here we go, folks. 4th down and 8. 3 seconds. This is it. Richardson takes a snap, ducks the pressure from Charles Ball. Deep pass towards the end zone, and that one is tipped and incomplete. Tulsa comes away with the win, but not before Carolina puts a little bit of a scare into him. Wow, what a finish to that one. It was looking like it was going to be all Tulsa, and Carolina starting to come back there at the end with that Harish Prasad touchdown, the 2-point conversion. My goodness. That wraps up tonight's game. Next up for the Skyhawks, they will take on Houston at home. And Tulsa's going to hit the road, Matt. They're going to go and take on the 4-1 Denver Night Wings. Matt, your final thoughts from this one?
Well, looking at the final score now, you look at the bottom of the screen, Carolina, 2 turnovers. They were driving. If they hadn't had one of those 2, different ball game, perhaps. And also,
go ahead.
Just looking at the few adjustments to the playbook. Like I said, their defense played pretty well, considering their offense just needs, a little bit of an overhaul, and maybe they can win a game.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a good one. Tomorrow night, catch another pair of Simulation Football League games presented by APM Music right here on the 11 Sports Network. First up at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central Time. It's the Matt Wilson's Mexico City Aztecs taking on the Sioux Falls Sparrows. Then at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 8:30 Central, it's the Vancouver Legion at the 3-time defending champion Alaska Storm. Both games will air live on the 11 Sports Network. Voting for the Week 7 Fan Night Game of the Week will begin shortly. Voting takes place in our Discord server in the Who Ya Got channel. If you're not part of our Discord community yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. We've literally been inviting you all game long. Visit simulationfl.net and click the link to join our Discord community tonight. Sanzo Robinson with the player of the game, 32 rushes for 154 yards and a touchdown. Decent average with that 4.8. Nice job by Robinson. This has been a presentation of the Simulation Football League on the 11 Sports Network, presented by APM Music. For Matt Wilson, our commissioner and producer Cameron Irvine, and everyone here at the Simulation Football League and the 11 Sports Network, I am Mike Dagg saying thank you for joining us, everybody, and have a great night.